quiet facts, a place where peaceful whispers carry gentle knowledge. This is your time to slow down, to rest the mind and soften into a tranquil stillness. Tonight, we'll gently explore something deeply human, a sense we often overlook, yet one that touches our lives from the very beginning, the power of touch. As the stars twinkle quietly above and space like sounds cradle you into calm, let's explore what science says about human contact and why touch matters so much more than we often realize. From the moment we are born, touch is our first language. Before we understand words, before we can see clearly or speak, we feel our way around. A simple touch from a parent's hand can slow an infant's heartbeat, ease their breathing, and bring a deep sense of safety. Studies have shown that babies who are held more cry less, grow faster, and sleep more peacefully. One study carried out over 5 decades ago observed that orphaned infants who received minimal physical contact despite being fed and clothed often experienced developmental challenges. Touch is not a luxury, it is a biological need. In adults, the effects of touch are just as powerful. A comforting hand on the shoulder, a hug from a friend, even a gentle pat on the back can reduce levels of the stress hormone cortisol. At the same time, touch increases oxytocin, a hormone linked to bonding, trust, and emotional warmth. It helps us feel connected, valued, seen. This is especially true in relationships. Research has found that couples who hold hands, hug, or touch more frequently report satisfaction and closeness. In one experiment, people who held hands before experiencing a stressful event showed calmer brain responses than those who did not. Even the simplest gestures of contact can shift our biology, softening the nervous system and supporting emotional balance. But why is this the case? Within the skin live millions of sensory receptors. Some respond to pressure, some to temperature, others detect texture or pain. But there is a special set of receptors called C-tactile afferents that are tuned specifically for gentle, pleasant touch. These respond most to slow, rhythmic strokes, the kind you might feel during a hug or when someone gently runs their hand across your arm. They send signals not just to the sensory areas of the brain, but to emotional centers too, which means touch is processed both physically and emotionally. That's why a warm embrace can bring tears, or why a reassuring hand can bring instant calm. Touch isn't always about connection with others either. Self-soothing touch is also powerful. Gently placing a hand over your heart, cradling your face in your hands, or resting your palm on your belly while you breathe can trigger the same calming pathways in the brain. This is a core part of many mindfulness and self-compassion practices. Treating ourselves with the same tenderness we might offer to someone we love. In difficult moments, touch becomes a reminder that we are here, that we are safe, that we are not alone. In hospitals, the role of therapeutic touch is growing. Massage therapy, for example, has been shown to reduce anxiety, ease chronic pain, and improve sleep. One study showed that premature babies who received regular touch therapy gained weight faster and left intensive care sooner than those who didn't. In elderly care, simple human contact can reduce loneliness and even lower blood pressure. Across every age group, touch helps regulate our systems not only emotionally but biologically. Even in non-human animals, touch plays a vital role. Primates groom one another not just for hygiene, but to strengthen social bonds. Cows that are gently brushed show signs of relaxation. And pets, those furry companions we welcome into our homes, often rely on physical closeness as a sign of safety and affection. When we stroke a dog or cuddle a cat, both the human and the animal experience a release of calming chemicals. So touch, it seems, is a universal language. Of course, not everyone is the same. Some people find touch overwhelming or prefer more personal space. Neurodivergent individuals may experience tactile sensitivity differently. The important thing is consent, safety, and comfort. Mindful touch, whether shared or self-given, respects those boundaries. It becomes a choice, not a demand. In mindfulness, we often bring attention to the body, the feeling of breath at the nostrils, the rise and fall of the chest, the contact between your hands and your lap, even noticing the way a blanket rests across your skin can become a soft anchor to the present. When the mind wanders, touch can help bring it back gently, lovingly. As you now rest, perhaps take a moment to Notice your own hands, their warmth, their texture, their gentle stillness. Notice where your body makes contact with the bed or chair, and let yourself feel held, supported by gravity, safe in stillness. There is no rush, nothing to fix, just this moment, just this breath, just this body at peace. Human touch is not just a physical experience, it is emotional, relational, and deeply healing. It reminds us we are not separate, we belong. And know that even in the wildest corners of our world, there is peace. We can reconnect to others around us, reconnect to ourselves, and ultimately reconnect to the present. Thank you for being here tonight, for giving yourself permission to rest and to reconnect with your own quiet nature. Let the stars above hold you in their ancient silence. Let the hum of the cosmos cradle your thoughts. And let your breath guide you softly in